Starting, and we're live. It
We
seems.
live. Hey.
Hey, man, we're here.
All
It
right.
took us a little while to get it started, but we're here finally. I'm here with my man Gabe Fowler.
What's going on,
Gabe,
everybody? What's going on?
Gabe, you want to go and give a rundown of your background and everything? I mean, you are new to this.
Oh,
Let's get
man,
it.
I guess quick background. Um, I'm about to finish college. I'm over at Old Dominion University. I guess we're well known right now for beating Virginia Tech in football. So that's probably the biggest thing we got right now. On my last semester, trying to just enjoy the whole experience and ready to talk some football. And I mean, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, so it's ready to talk about it.
And like I said, that's Gabe, and this is me. I'm Chadwick George. Little background about me. I am a senior. I graduated in the fall semester. Me and Gabe actually know each other personally. We went to the same college and played football there at Methodist University. Shout out MU. I
Yeah,
currently go to University of Kentucky right now, sports broadcasting major from Cincinnati, Ohio. And even though I go to UK, I still and always will rep my Buckeyes. It is
don't do that.
never gonna be a time that I don't. But
I
I'm
know.
not. But I'm not biased though. Never am I biased.
Ah, we're gonna get on your Buckeyes in a minute. And also, I'm a Michigan Wolverines fan, so that's how me and Chad also get at each other every now and then when that time of the season comes. We're gonna talk about your Buckeyes, though. We got some stuff to talk about. So,
I mean, honestly, let's think about it. You're a Wolverines fan. Y'all don't know what winning is. Like
what you mean? We've been winning all the past couple of seasons. We've been doing some winning this past couple of seasons.
winning where? Not
We can
not
win it. We just didn't win the one game that we needed to win, but we won just about every game. We went on a little tour, won a couple games. So
you went on a
we're
tour
getting
and
there.
then you lost to
We needed the one, yeah, just the one win that we really, really needed. We just didn't get done, but
y'all didn't beat us, and y'all lost y'all bowl game too. Y'all
yeah,
always
we
lose,
did.
y'all
No,
always losing y'all bowl game. Y'all done lost y'all bowl game probably about 4 times now.
yeah, I don't know what's going on with our bowl games. I mean,
Yeah, it's time to go and get Jim Harbaugh out the way. But let's go ahead and go into the real topics before I
uh,
get on the topic because I can talk about
yeah,
Michigan all day.
I'm sure we'll get into it at some point about
Oh yeah,
that.
for sure. But let's go ahead and talk about let's talk about the QB transfers.
Oh man,
As you know, some of the big ones. You got Justin Fields coming to Ohio State from Georgia.
yeah,
You got Tate Martell leaving Ohio State to go to Miami.
yeah,
And then you also have Jalen Hurts going to Oklahoma, which is my favorite one out of all three of them.
I think so too. Yeah,
But you want to go and talk on that first?
man, to me, like it's hard to really talk about like a quarterback wanting to transfer because I mean I understand it. I mean you only get one there's only one quarterback that can be on the field. So I mean if you want to really transfer, that's kind of on you. Um, yeah, start with Jalen Hurts. I mean with that I didn't see it coming really, but at the same time like it makes the perfect sense. Like if you want to go to the QBU, which is what it is now, I think so. I mean, that's the best school to go to, and I feel like that style of play. I mean, he just fits right in. There's no question about it. Just talking about that one, starting off.
So go.
How do you feel?
I,
How do you feel about it?
so as far as the Jalen Hurts one, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. Lincoln Riley has coached two Heisman Trophy winners back to back.
Right.
Jalen Hurts was coming from Alabama, who almost won a Heisman with Nick Saban,
Right.
and I feel like he's developed a little. We didn't see him last year that much. We only saw him in a couple games. He did beat Georgia though,
Right.
because
Yeah.
Tua definitely did not beat Georgia. He
He
beat
comes in when
Georgia.
he's needed. Yeah. Yeah.
He came out when he needed it. They should have put him in the championship game, I felt too, but they waited too long to finally put him in. So
Yeah. Oh man. Oh yeah. That's another one we got to talk about too. By the way, that championship game.
yeah, we will.
Yeah.
But I like the Jalen Hurts move. I was hoping that he went to Oklahoma. Actually, I wanted him to go to Oklahoma. I thought that was his
Yeah.
best. That was his best thing he should have done was go to Oklahoma with Lincoln Riley. I think he can develop as a person there. They still have weapons there, and obviously he wasn't going to be starting over two in no time soon. Now
Right.
the question is he going to make them pay for that? It's going to be hard. Alabama's Alabama. They're going to always make the championship as soon as you see it. They're
Right.
going to make the championship 9 times out of 10. They have the best recruiting class once again, and they always probably will have the best recruiting class every year the Nick Saban's there.
Oh yeah.
So is Jalen Hurts going to be enough to get them to the playoffs? Who knows? We'll see. But I do like the move though. That Jalen Hurts move, I
Oh
like it a
yeah.
lot.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
think that he does very well there.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, same thing. Like, there's no arguments with that. Like, I mean, I feel like because at first they were talking about him going to like Maryland and some other like smaller school, or not smaller, but like uh lower tier schools, and I didn't see that ever happening. I mean, I felt like if he was gonna make a move, he was gonna make a big move wherever he went. So I mean, Oklahoma just seemed like, I mean, even when they were first talking about him transferring, I mean, I knew like the best bet was Oklahoma. There's no other way around it, basically. Um, Now, as far as Justin Fields, that one was kind of more up in the air. I mean, I felt like he could have actually gone to Oklahoma too. I mean, I feel like one of those two were definitely a good fit for Oklahoma, just because I mean they got a new guy coming in, but I mean again he's brand new, so I don't think that a new quarterback coming in would have a problem starting over him. You know what I mean? And I mean Justin Fields, what he did was just straight gangster. I feel like, you know, the whole Tim Martell thing. I
Yeah,
feel like it was just straight gangster what he did. Like, I don't know if you heard about like
yeah.
Tim Martell basically said to him. Yeah,
Don't strike and miss again or some. Yeah,
yeah,
I was
that's a
gonna get
gangster.
on that part too.
Yeah.
Um, as far as the thing, I like that Justin Fields came to
Mhm.
Ohio State, and me personally talking from
Right.
Ohio State talent standpoint, or just even a player standpoint, Justin Fields is a better quarterback than Tay Martell for a couple reasons. Tay Martell is a shifty quarterback, he really
Right.
is, and he's
Right.
a winner. I don't think he's ever lost in high school,
Yeah.
but
I don't think so.
his arm is kind of weak, and that's where he lacks it. Justin Fields' arm isn't weak. It's who fits Ryan Day's system better, and Justin Fields fits Ryan Day's system better because he can pass the ball. He also can use his feet, and he's just more of a bigger body. Tay
Right.
small. He's very small. So, and as far as going off of Tay Martell, he was scared of QB competition. You can
Yeah.
see
That's yeah.
you can't talk all this crap on
Crazy.
Twitter and then sit here and say don't swing and miss and then leave to Miami because you
Right.
already knew you weren't going to get the starting job. That's just
Right.
all talk. I want the best for him because I think he can be a good college quarterback. But don't talk this crap and then leave. So I
Right.
like the move that he did where he went to Miami. But I
Yeah.
don't like the fact that he was talking crap to Justin Fields when you just left. So hopefully you do good in Miami. I hope that you do. But as far as I see it, though, that Justin Fields move was a good move, and I think they got a
Yeah. Yeah.
quarterback for the future.
No, definitely. I mean, I feel like it's one thing to talk about like, oh, like this is my team, and I'm not scared about like anybody coming in. But then once you direct your comments to a certain person and like come at them like that, then I feel like, you know, it's the difference between being confident in your position. Like, all right, whoever comes here, I don't care. I'm doing me. Versus I'm pointing my finger at this person and talking directly to them. And then, like, yeah, I mean, it just makes them look worse being scared to face the face the noise. Basically, I mean, that's kind of how people already kind of perceived him, because I think at one point he was talking about trying to leave, or they were saying he might leave just because he wasn't getting much time while Dwayne Haskins was in. So I don't know, man. I mean, he never struck me as the guy to like really face competition like that. So I mean, for him to leave was kind of, I think out of all of them, I understood it. But then with his transfer, I feel like it was more of, man, you just scared.
Yeah, it definitely was just a. I'm scared for QB competition, but as I said, I hope that he works out. I hope that he is good, and I hope he does good because I think he can be a good quarterback.
Right.
I'm just not too sold on his arm. But going off of that topic, we're gonna move on to the next one because that's all the big QB count transfers. Let's
Right.
move on to Texas and Florida. Are they back? It's a good question to ask.
Oh
Texas,
man.
as you know, they won. They beat Auburn.
Right.
What was it? Was it the Sugar Bowl? Not what bowl was it? It was a Sugar Bowl.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Sugar Bowl, yeah, with Georgia, yeah.
Yeah, they beat Georgia. I mean, they beat Georgia. I'm sorry, I said Auburn. They beat Georgia though.
Yeah.
And then Florida, as you know, they went 10-3 this year.
Yeah.
Both teams looked good. Both teams had a woe. Texas lost to Maryland in the beginning of the season. Florida lost to a good Kentucky team this year, and they lost to two other teams.
Yeah.
Are they back? Do you feel like they are back?
Man, I think Florida. I'm gonna go ahead and say Florida is definitely back. Texas, I'm still not sure. I don't want to give them too much of a big jump. I mean, now their quarterback, Ellinger, ooh,
Ellinger, yeah.
he's tough. He's tough, definitely. But um, I don't want to jump and say they're back yet. I got to see maybe one more season, um, see what they're all about. But I mean, after that beatdown of Georgia, I feel like they're definitely making their case. But I mean, I think towards the end of the season, they started to kind of show their old ways again, start falling off a little bit. So I'm gonna wait on Texas, Georgia. I mean, Florida. I feel like is definitely back. If they can just keep up with getting good, like good, solid QBs, then I think they'll be all right. But that's basically where I stand on that. What about you?
So as far as Texas being back
Yeah,
and Georgia, I mean as far as Texas being back, I don't feel like they're back yet. I do
yeah,
feel like they are making strides. Texas
right,
say they're back. Texas will say they're back every single year.
right, yeah,
When they're back, no, it doesn't. But are they making strides to get to that place? Yes, they are. They keep getting good recruiting classes. Tom Herman is coaching. He's getting his culture into Texas, to where it can get to that being back to Texas. But them being back at no, I don't see that happening. They can't compete with the Alabamas.
right,
And don't get me wrong, they beat Georgia. They did. But it might sound bad, but I mean they can't compete with the Alabamas. They can't compete with the Clemsons, that's for sure.
oh,
And they
right, right,
honestly can't compete with Ohio State, as far as I see it. Um and as far as Florida's defense has been good since Tim Tebow was there.
right,
They always had the defense. It was always been their offense though since Tim Tebow left or Urban Meyer left. It's always been their offense. So are they back? I don't know about that either. Is their
yep,
offense ready to play? I don't know. That's the main thing that I'm worried about. Is their
yeah,
defense always going to be there? Yes, they always get defensive players. But as far as their offense though, I don't know if it's there yet. I really don't know if it's there yet. So as far as them being back, both of these teams being back, I'm not for sure about it yet. I just don't see it.
mm-hmm.
But since we're talking about that Texas Georgia game,
Right.
I'm gonna go on a mini rant real quick.
Oh yeah, go ahead, go ahead. I
So
already know. Go ahead.
going to Georgia.
Yeah.
So you guys sat here and made
Oh,
the biggest case
yeah.
saying that you should have been in the playoffs and you were a top 14
Right.
because you came close to beating Alabama. Not that you beat Alabama, but you came close to beating Alabama.
Right.
You know what that sounds to me? That sounds like a participation award. And you know who gets participation awards? Losers do.
Yeah, that was.
Losers get participation awards. So you
Yeah.
guys were applauding yourselves to being for participating and being the closest to beating Alabama this season. That's what you were applauding yourself for. And then you went to the bowl game and got smacked around by Texas, a 4-loss team at that, who lost to Maryland.
Right.
You want to sit here and tell me that you're able to compete in the playoffs and make this case? And Kirby Smart, you want to go to the press conference and act like a baby? Or if the committee knew, if they want to put the best 4 teams in, they will put Georgia in.
Right.
No, they wouldn't put Georgia in. You just lost to Texas, and you didn't beat Alabama. You lost to their backup too. At that, Jalen
Yeah.
Hurts is a good quarterback, but you lost to their backup. You didn't lose to Tua. You lost to their backup, and you had a 21-point lead. You had a lead again. You just like blowing leads, I see. You can't sit here and tell me that you were a top 4 team. You blew a lead. You lost to Jalen Hurts. You lost to Texas. I don't want to hear any more Georgia fan talk to me about being in the playoffs. Like, stop it.
Well, I mean, I'm with you. I'm with you because first of all, I'm with you because I feel like what Georgia did in the Sugar Bowl was just ridiculous. Like, and of course the excuse is, oh well, they didn't really want it and they were looking for the playoffs, so they didn't really care about the Sugar Bowl. But still, if you're trying to prove your point, you should have used Texas to beat up on them and show them like what they were missing, basically. But I feel like I don't know as far as being the top 4. I mean, I feel like they were. I mean, Notre Dame, like, what are they doing there? I feel like they. I don't know why they're even considered top 4. I mean, I think now people are gonna start to like look at them and not just let them kind of go by. But I mean, I feel like them getting beat down, like Georgia getting beat down by Texas was just an excuse to be like, oh, well, we were only focused on the playoffs, and if we didn't get the playoffs, then it doesn't matter. I feel like he should use that opportunity to beat down Texas and show everybody what they were missing. You know what I'm saying?
I get that. And as far as Notre Dame, Notre Dame was undefeated the whole season until UCF. And just like I tell people with UCF, and honestly, like I told people with UCF, I told people that UCF would have won that game if their starting quarterback was in.
Yeah.
And I honestly do believe that. At the end of the day,
I guess LSU.
Huh?
I guess LSU.
Yeah, they would have beat LSU. They only lost by 7, and their backup quarterback missed the last 10 throws that he threw. He had 10 straight incompletions. You can't win with that.
Yeah.
So UCF could have beat LSU, which is a SEC powerhouse,
right?
But hasn't been to a playoff or had a national championship since 2007. But they're a powerhouse though, and that's what people say. As far as Notre Dame goes, they were undefeated. I can't not keep an undefeated team out who's beat Michigan. They beat Michigan at the beginning of the season,
right?
And they beat a couple other ranked teams. So I see why they put them in, but I wouldn't put them in no more because it's fool's gold.
Right.
And everybody knows fool's gold looks good on the outside, but guess what? Really? It's fake. And that's what they are. They're fool's gold. They're fake. Notre Dame is going to be fake for years. Until they get in a good conference, they're going to be fake for years. They're fool's gold. They're like pleather.
Right. But hold on. Since we're talking about teams being back, and since you just brought it up, what about LSU? Because I know they got your old quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Barrow. Yeah. Are they back?
They
were up there this whole this past season. They were like hovering around like 5 or so the whole time, just about.
They were up there for a little, and then they lost to somebody. And I can check. Do I think they're back? No, because once again, they're fool's gold to me.
And they beat down Georgia too. Don't forget about that. So
they did beat down Georgia, and that was their big win. That's what got them to that 5 point. But then they beat UCF, who quarterback was hurt. Like, I don't give them props for beating them when their quarterback was hurt. I really don't. As far as their season goes, though, I mean, I can't sit here and say that they're back because they didn't show me that much. Yeah, they beat Miami. My bad. I'm sorry. They had beat Miami this year, which Miami hasn't been good. Their fools go too.
Yeah,
Miami looks like they're good, but then they lose.
Yeah.
And they beat who else did they beat? They beat Miami and UCF and Georgia. Those are big wins to me, but they're not like that impressive. They lost to Florida, they lost to Alabama, they lost to Texas A&M. That Texas A&M game was good. And I mean, at the end of the day, that Texas A&M game was good. And they beat Auburn too. They did beat Auburn, and I will give them that. The problem with them is, and I'm going to tell you right here, and this has been the problem with them every single year, on and on and on. The biggest problem with them is their quarterback. Joe is not good. He is a game managing quarterback.
That's what I'm saying.
He had a couple good games this year, and I'm not going to knock his flow. He had a couple good games this year, but he's a game manager at the end of the day. And you know what their problem was? They usually have a good running back. And what didn't they have this year? They didn't have a running back. I would sit here and say they were back if they had a good running back. Until they get that good running back to match that defense and to match a game manager, they won't be back to me. Now, did they look impressive here sometimes? Yeah, they did. At the end of the day, they did. And I'm not going to knock that from them.
Yeah.
They did.
I hear you.
But moving on to our next topic, though. We're going to talk about Alabama and future Alabama now. As you know, they lost the national championship. St. Nick lost to Dabo again.
Got beat down.
Yeah, they got beat down this year. It was a bad loss for them. I'm not gonna lie, it was a bad loss for them. As far as he goes, though, I mean, as far as it goes, they lost Jalen Hurts. They're losing a couple people in the draft, like always. And there's always a but with Alabama's football.
Mm-hmm.
They have 28 commits coming from the top 300 class, and I'm pretty sure they have like 3 of them that's in the top 10. So
sounds about right, yeah.
With them losing these people, I would be. They lost people and they're gaining more people at the end of the day. And the future Alabama, it's never gonna stop along St. Nick there. But I'm gonna let you talk on it, and then I'll go on it.
Yeah, I mean, to me, first of all, watching the Clemson game to me was crazy. Like, I never thought in my life, and I even like tweeted and everything. Like, I never thought Clemson or I never thought Alabama would just get beat down like that. Like, they didn't even look like the same Alabama team. Like, I mean, even from the first play of the game with the interception or whatever, and then I mean, it just seemed like the whole game. Justin Ross was just catching all over the DBs, and I mean, there's just blown coverages and people falling on the ground, and I mean, it just looked rough the whole entire game. I mean, they were getting beat up, so I never thought like Alabama would look like that ever in my life. And so I don't know. To me, I won't jump to conclusions and say like Alabama is done or like their dynasty is over. But to me, I feel like now like people aren't scared of Alabama anymore. Like you know what I'm saying? Like they're losing that like, oh, Alabama's coming to the stadium, we're scared, and we got to know who they are. Like nobody's really scared of them anymore. Like after what Clemson did to them, it's like all right, they're actually human. You know what I mean?
Right.
I feel like Clemson's. I mean, they've always had their number. I mean, I feel like the past championships that they lost were just coming up short. But I mean, I feel like whatever Dabo Swinney's doing now, people are gonna be like, all right, whatever they did, we're gonna watch this game film and we're gonna learn how to do that because they got the formula. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about that. But like you said, I mean, they just kind of replace. I mean, it's not really anything to worry about as far as who they're losing because they just kind of reboot and get new people, or they already got people just ready to step up. So it'll be interesting to see, though.
So I'm gonna talk about I'm gonna talk about the game for a second. And next, I'm not even talking about the game. I'm gonna talk about Tua. I'm worried about Tua.
You think so?
Reason being, I'm a little worried about Tua, and reason being is simply because Tua has had his last 3 games.
Yeah.
They're bad. His last 2 out of 3. Let's put it like that. His last 2 out of his 3 games were bad. People don't realize that, but they have been bad.
Yeah.
He played against Georgia. He got hurt, and I want the quotations around that too. He got hurt.
Yeah.
Do I feel like he got hurt for real? No, I didn't. He played. I feel like he could have kept playing. That was an excuse to use that he got benched. He got benched. It's simple. And they put in Jalen Hurts. Because you know why? They lost faith in him. Right. So he got hurt, technically. And then we go on to see that in the Oklahoma game, he played good. I mean, it was a shootout. It was against Oklahoma's defense, though.
Right.
Everybody knows Oklahoma's defense is terrible.
Yeah, they have the worst defense, or just about. Like, I think they're like, what is it, like 128 or something out of like 130, something crazy like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, they're pretty low down there. Not the lowest.
It's pretty bad. Let's just put it like that. But everybody knows they have one of the worst defense. So, of course, I hope that he is able to win that game, because if he isn't, or able to put up 44 points like he did, if he isn't, that's a problem as far as I see it.
Right.
And as far as that goes, though, he went into Clemson and he got destroyed. He simply got destroyed.
Like I said, they had him. Yeah.
He got destroyed by Georgia. These are 2 good defensive teams. But he played good against LSU, and I'm not going to take that away from him. But he actually played. But, here's the crazy thing, though. Like I said 2 years ago, a year ago, Georgia would have won that game if they would have game planned for Tua.
Right.
They didn't plan for Tua. And they didn't. You know what Georgia's problem is? They don't make halftime adjustments at all. Because if they make halftime adjustments, when they put Hurts this year, they'd have been ready for that. And they would have been in the playoffs. Clemson played for Tua. And when Clemson played for Tua, a top defense, the best defense in the nation probably, they played for him, and they destroyed him. He couldn't do anything. That pass rush was on him. The DBs was everywhere. It was no stopping that defense. And Tua got shut down. So as far as that goes, I'm worried about Tua when he plays good teams. Because I feel like if you game plan for Tua and you know his stuff, I don't think he's that great of a quarterback. I don't think he.
You don't think Tua is?
No, I don't think he is. No, I feel like he plays against these bad teams. Other than LSU, and Georgia when they play him in the conference championship.
So right now, for anybody listening, they're gonna hear you say you don't think Tua is a good quarterback.
I don't think he's a great quarterback. I don't think he's a great quarterback like everybody says he is.
You don't think
No.
he's great, but he's good though, but just not great. Like everybody's
He's
putting him out
good
there.
when he plays against these decent teams, but when he plays against a team with a good defense that actually game plans with a competent coach that knows
Right.
how to make adjustments, unlike Kirby Smart,
Yeah.
then that happens. Georgia would have won last year if they would have made adjustments. They didn't make adjustments. That was the problem. Georgia would have won this year if they made adjustments to Jalen Hurts. Clemson learned. They said we're going to come out and smack Jalen. I mean, we're going to come out, put pressure on Tua. Our DBs aren't slouches like everybody else's. Our D line is the best pass rush in the nation, and we're going to destroy y'all. It's just adjustments. I think he gets real flustered. I'm just not a big fan of him. I'm really not a big fan of him.
No, I hear you. I mean, like I said, I mean it's kind of hard to after that game. Like I don't know what they're planning to do because I don't even know who they have behind him. I mean, I think now that Jalen Hurts is gone, isn't it his brother behind him now?
His brother is behind him now. Yeah.
That's pretty much it now. So
yeah, and his brother, I heard his brother was pretty good.
Yeah. But you know that older brother versus younger brother, like I mean, I feel like most times it's the older brother that's better. So I mean, if that's their best option, then they have to figure that out. So
yeah, they do. I'm not like I said, I'm not thought on to. We're gonna go to our next topic though. Let's go to will FSU make a comeback? I'm gonna be short and simple with this one because at the moment I don't even want to talk about it because I don't feel like they will. I feel like once they get a decent coach that knows how to recruit, they will. But as far as I see it, no. But you can go on this one, Gabe, if you want.
I mean, really, man, like I don't know what happened. I mean, I guess it was once like Jimbo Fisher left or whatever that I don't know. He played that much of a role to where that there's not the same team anymore. And Willie Taggart, like he left Oregon after like one season and then just jumped over to FSU. And I mean, you gotta give him some time though, because this is what his first season, second season, maybe first season.
First season, I mean,
first season exactly. So I mean, you gotta give him some time, let him, get a feel for everybody. I mean, yeah, he's only had one season, and I mean, you can't really get a feel for everything and everybody just one season, and have everybody like really get a feel for you. So I feel like that one season or another season, he can bring in some more people and hopefully get the energy back in there. Because right now, I mean, it sounds like they're just struggling, and they're not going to be the same FSU that we saw with Jameis Winston and stuff.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I mean, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I think they'll get recruits just because of the, what FSU is to people. That brand that they have there. So I don't think they have a problem getting recruits. It's just a matter of, getting the right people in there and people that actually believe in them and aren't just about what Jimbo Fisher did and are ready to move on with something new. You know what I mean?
Right. But this shows how big of a coach he is because Jimbo got Texas A&M back on the map this year.
Right.
One possession away of beating Clemson. They beat LSU. They got destroyed by Alabama.
And they didn't they give Clemson for the a run for the money early on.
Yeah, one possession.
That game.
Yeah, they were one possession.
Mm-hmm.
Jimbo went straight there and won. He won 10 games. Now I want everybody to realize 10 games in one season. Just think when his recruiting class comes in. When he keeps in his recruiting class, and actually, let me see, because Texas A&M they have the number 3 recruiting class. It goes Alabama, Georgia, Texas A&M. They're number 3. The last time Texas A&M was at number 3, you tell me when that was, because I don't remember. The power of a coach is amazing.
Yeah.
The power of a coach is amazing. I'm excited for Texas A&M because I feel like they're going to start giving all these powerhouse teams over there a run for their money. Jimbo Fisher has really turned that program around in this first year. Now, I don't want to give him too much credit because it's only been 1 year, but I'm excited to see what happens.
Really. I mean, that's the same thing with FSU, though. I mean, like I said, you got to give him his time to figure it out, and I'm sure they'll pull it around. Maybe, like I said, maybe we'll see though. Because Willie Taggart, I mean, I don't really know much about him just because, I mean, he was at Oregon for a second and then just came to FSU. So I don't really know much about him too much, but I mean, we'll see though, because one season, like you said for Jimbo Fisher, I mean, one season. So we'll see how it continues, but yeah.
So this can be quick. I just want a short answer real quick for this one. Our next topic is, who's the greatest QB of all time that you've ever seen play or that you think is?
In college?
Yes, in college.
Man. I don't know. I mean, because I've seen a lot of like special QBs just in my time watching. Um, trying to think, the one that really sticks out. I mean, Jameis Winston when he was playing was really nice. Like he kind of sticks out to me. Um, Tim Tebow, I feel like was one of those quarterbacks.
I need one answer.
All right, if I had to pick the best college quarterback, let me see. You're trying to think of all the teams. I would have to go with Tim Tebow.
So making a decision isn't hard for me. I would say it's only between two quarterbacks for me, and that's Tim Tebow and Vince Young. But it's easy for me because it's Tim Tebow. Yeah. And there's no doubt about it. He has 2 national championships. He has a Heisman. It's hard to even displace that. And don't get me wrong, Tim Tebow obviously wasn't the best NFL quarterback. We're talking about strictly college. That right. At the end of the day, he's a winner. But let's move on to our next topic, though. Let's go ahead. Let's go to the way too early. We can talk about. Let's go to the way too early Senior Bowl. I mean, way too early top 25 rankings that ESPN put out. As far as I can read them out to you too, because I have them up if I'm not mistaken. Give me a second. Yeah, I have them up right here. All right. Number 1 is obviously Clemson. They have that They have sunshine over there with Trevor Lawrence.
Hey man, he's dirty, man.
That's the best quarterback in the nation right now. I don't care what anyone says.
I forgot he was a freshman that whole game. He was
true freshman.
I would have never believed you if I would have not watched a single game and just watched that game. Would have never believed you.
He's a whole freshman. It's crazy, right?
Right.
So I'm gonna go to each. I'm really gonna say the top. I'll say all the teams, but the top 5 teams we're gonna talk about like kind of in depth. So with the first team, they're gonna be losing pretty much their whole defensive line. But the way things move for them, honestly, like when Clemson loses their defensive line, somehow, some way, they have decent defensive linemen like literally back on pack. Like they have back on track. They went from Shaq Lawson to these 4 guys here, and they had a couple other defensive linemen I just skipped. They have a lot of defensive linemen in the league right now as it is. So they're losing a lot of defensive linemen. We just have to see how their defense is going to step up, who's going to be their leader on that team. But they got sunshine over there, like I said. And the way Trevor Lawrence is playing and that offense is running, I don't think anybody can beat them. I really don't.
Yeah.
And their schedule's easy, too. Let's say that. I'll tell you that right now. Their schedule's easy. But at 2, we got St. Nick with Nick Saban. What's your thought on them at 2? I think you have it in there for mine. But what's your thought?
As far as your 1 and 2?
Yeah, I mean that this is what ESPN has right here.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, right now, the 1 and 2. I mean, no question about it. Yeah, no challenges for me at all.
So and then at 3, you got Georgia, which I mean. You put them there. It's fine. They have the number 2. So they have the number 2 West College too. They have the number 2 recruiting class too. So I say,
they got like a bunch of 5-stars up in there right now. Like, don't they have the most 5-stars? This recruiting class, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So as far as they know how to do it. Top 3, I don't have any contacts with, honestly. Right. At 4, ESPN has Ohio State there. Their problem, their biggest thing is going to be finding if Justin Fields is actually the real deal.
Yeah,
figure that out quick. And also, Ryan Day it's just his first season coaching, so they're going to see what they're going to do. Yeah, but I don't have no contacts with that either, though.
Of course you don't.
I feel like the top 4 teams. No, I do feel like those are.
No, yeah, I mess with you.
I don't agree with the 5 though. You got the name here over Oklahoma.
They got who number 5?
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. See, yeah, they messed up with that one.
Don't agree with that, though. Notre Dame being there. I feel like Oklahoma should jump up ahead of them, especially
Yeah,
if they have a quarterback there.
yeah. Notre Dame, man. Like I said, I mean, they really never really showed me anything, even just from past seasons. It's like they just there because they're always winning. They win, but
They got massacred by Alabama in a national championship game too.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, so Notre Dame being a 5, I don't agree with. So for the rest of them, I'm going to read them off though. At number 6, you got Oklahoma. 7, you got Florida. 8, you got Texas. 9, you got Texas A&M. 10, you got LSU. Michigan's at 11. Oregon's at 12. Wow. Just Herbert
Yeah.
there.
I think once you get past like 11, they kind of just start throwing stuff in there because some of those teams I don't even know. But go ahead, keep going.
Well, they got Justin Herbert back, so I understand they did get their quarterback back on that
Yeah.
order, but I don't know about that. Washington State had a good season last year.
Yeah.
UCF should be getting their quarterback back next season if his leg isn't too messed up.
Yeah.
Syracuse at 15, I don't agree with. But
Yeah.
I'll keep going. Washington at 16, yeah. Penn State at number 17. They're losing Chris Sorley. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I don't know how they're gonna fare. Utah, at 18, they had a good end of their season. Northwestern at 19. Northwestern always has a good defense, and that's always scary as Ohio State.
Yeah. That's what I was saying last season. They're always like that team is just there. I mean, but I mean they'll beat you like because they almost beat us. Honestly,
they did. They did almost beat y'all.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're that sneaky team. They'll just
They got all right. So at 20 we got Iowa State. They lost their good running back. He's going to the draft, and they lost their wide receiver, who's supposed to be the top wide receiver in the draft, which is Hakeem Butler. So those are key losses to their offense for sure.
Yeah.
21 is Wisconsin. 22 is Missouri. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, see, they as I say, they kind of threw that in there.
Yeah. 23 is Auburn.
Auburn. Yeah, see, that's just SEC stuff.
Yeah, and then 24 is Nebraska. After that terrible season.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing.
And then 25 is Army. So as far as the 25 ranking go, after like 11 or 15, after the top 15, it kind of went down track. But
yeah,
that top five, only one I don't agree with Notre Dame. Notre Dame will have to drop down to about 8 to me.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, but as far as everybody else though, I like it. I do like it as far as everybody else. So let's move on to the NFC Championship game. I'm gonna try something because we do have screen share on here. So let me see if this works though. Let's see.
Right.
Ugh, what is this?
Seeing like multiple screens right now.
Hold on. Let me try this again because that was disgusting. I'm sorry. All right, this might not work.
No, it's cool. We'll figure it out later, I guess.
Yeah. What I was gonna do is gonna show the what's call it. I'm gonna try one more time. If not, then I will. That's what I'm gonna put in this. Tell me if I go to the next window, what did it say?
Oh yeah, that's good. I got you on. Yeah, you're good now. You're good.
It's working now.
Yeah. It's just when you're on like you're good now. Yeah.
Okay.
This is when you're on like the actual chat.
So it's working.
Yeah. I see it.
All right.
There we go.
Yeah. Let's show these controversial calls.
All right.
We'll sit right here. We can talk through it or we can sit right here, but let's go ahead and show these real quick. This is an ad, obviously, but
yeah.
They just show me another ad. All right.
We're good though. I mean, and these hits, something crazy. All right. Is that no call pass interference one?
This might be this isn't it.
Oh, okay. Man, Drew Brees was looking good out there too.
Now that was a pass interference. There was a lot of contact there. Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
And he knew it too.
Yeah. I mean, but that's one of those, something happens, but I mean, if the ref don't see it, I don't see it. You know what I mean?
That's
Uh,
the leg game. But that didn't matter though.
yeah.
That would have given him an extra play, which would have gave him a first down probably. They called a timeout, which is fine. That could have happened. I don't think that's a.
This one.
Now that's.
Boom. Yeah. That one, I don't know what happened there.
You know the crazy thing? That's the same one earlier. The same guy from earlier.
That's crazy. Every time I see it, it's just it'll never make sense to me.
No. And they didn't call anything on it.
That's crazy. I mean, like I said, that's one of those hits. Like if the ref don't see it, you admit to it later on to your homeboys in the locker room, but can't do nothing about it.
You can't because that was crazy. He leveled him. Look at this. He leveled.
Yeah, that's he. I mean, it's clear to see too. It's like the ball's behind him. Like if you that ref and you see the ball behind the defender.
All right.
Yeah, that's
So let me stop my screen share. So let's talk about this game, though.
man.
You want to go first, or I can go?
I mean, I'm just gonna say that it was a really good game. I don't know what the refs were doing. That hit, I mean, like I was just saying, it's like if you see the ball is behind the defender and he already hit the receiver and the ball's still coming, then you should like be ready to call that. I mean, I feel like throughout the season that they're ready to call stuff so quick, so easily. Like if it was a quarterback, they would have called that. You know what I'm saying? Like they've been calling stuff so easily, and then now they just decide we're not gonna call this blatant hit on a receiver. I
Right.
mean, to me, I mean, there's no challenge, there's no he was in the wrong spot. It's like you can you know what I'm saying, like you can see it. So I don't even know.
So as far as the game goes,
Yeah,
and I'm going to talk the whole state of the game.
yeah,
So New Orleans was up by 14 points during the game.
yeah.
They let them claw their way back in, obviously. As far as that penalty goes, though, it was pass interference.
Oh
and
yeah,
it was a blatant pass interference. For the refs not to call that, it's terrible. At the end of the day, the refs didn't call that pass interference. It was honestly trash.
right.
And here's my point, though. Now, they took the field goal, obviously. They got the point still. They got points still. They didn't get the touchdown they might have got. People are stuck on a point that they might have got a touchdown, or they might have run the clock down to give them time to still score.
Right.
People have to realize, though, is that it's football. So who's to say that your kicker doesn't miss? Yes, Will Lutz is a great kicker, but you can still miss field goals. It's football. They miss field goals. That's what happens. So who's to say he wouldn't have missed that field goal from short? That field goal from short. Who's to say it doesn't get blocked if y'all did get that close?
Right. There's so much that could happen. Yeah.
Who's to say if y'all scored that they didn't come back down and still score?
Yeah.
My problem with the Saints fans are that you're blaming the whole penalty on that. You can't blame the whole game on that penalty. Yes, it was a bad penalty. Y'all should have got the call.
Yeah.
But let's talk about overtime. You got the ball first. And you didn't capitalize on it. You threw a pick on your side.
Right. Oh yeah. No, that pick was crazy. That one was, I mean, that hit was nice, and then it
was a pick, and you kind of blew the game. Yes, you could say the refs did. The refs did help. I mean, at the end of the day, the refs weren't on the
because they did because a couple of screenshots all over Twitter and stuff were showing that like there was a couple plays where the refs didn't call like face masks on the Saints a couple different times. So I mean, there's a few missed calls. I mean, they might have not been to that scale, but at the same time, there were calls missed on both sides. So I get like that was a key one that was missed, but at the same time, I mean, both teams got away with some stuff because I mean, you know what I mean. You can't just blame it all on that one play. And like you said, they still went to overtime. So even with all that craziness that happened, they still got overtime. They still had a chance to do something. And it was crazy because the receiver ran into the defender, knocked him down, and then the ball just fell on top of him once he got knocked down. I don't know if you remember that play, but
Yeah, they talking about the interception. He just fell.
yeah,
It's just the simple fact that like you can't sit here and blame the game on the refs when you guys
right,
had to get in the close. You guys had a chance to win the game still in overtime.
right,
It's not plausible. I don't want to hear it's the refs' fault. Blah blah blah. The game could have been won by you guys. You guys lost. You lost in two unfortunate ways too. At that, you lost in overtime this year. Last year, you lost to the Minneapolis Miracle with Stephon Diggs.
yeah. That was crazy. That one was. I was in Moe's, like was it Moe's Grill, whatever. I was
Yeah,
up in there watching it on the little small TV. Like literally like that play just happened, and like as soon as I walked in, it was the craziest thing I ever seen. I right now Saints fans, man, I just feel bad for them because
I don't feel bad for them because they cry, and I don't like crybabies.
yeah,
And as far as I see it, like I told people, I mean, you kind of blew the game yourself. The refs didn't help leave your team out, and the refs missed a bad call, but you kind of blew the game yourself, man.
yeah.
Hopefully, you come back next year, you try again.
That's pretty much what it is. Yeah, it is what it is.
As far as the Rams go, I said the Rams. Yeah, as far as the Rams go,
Yeah.
y'all got to get ready for the Super Bowl. Y'all playing against Tom Brady.
Oh yeah,
I'll tell you that much right now. It ain't easy.
yeah.
Patriots right now, they're rolling. They beat the Chiefs, and they're rolling. Now I want to talk about too the AFC Championship game, and I'm not going to stay on this one that long. As far as that game goes, and as far as the game goes going into overtime.
That one, man. Don't go ahead. Go ahead. We'll talk about it. Go ahead.
So
That one made me mad, man.
as far as that went, you had the neutrals on the faction.
Man.
Which he was in the neutral. He was in the neutral.
Yeah.
And that was a boneheaded mistake by him.
Right.
It was over if he wasn't in the neutral zone. But then y'all gave Tom Brady another chance. Y'all let him come down the field. And y'all let him get the game going.
They let him walk, and just really quick, like I feel like the whole game they couldn't. I mean, there was really nothing they could do. I mean, just watching Tom Brady just pass to Edelman and Hogan, then Hogan again, then Edelman. They were going back just up and down the field like it was nobody's business. It was easy for them, and because even when they got the ball for the last drive, I was like, Tom Brady's gonna get it. Because I felt like every time he threw, it was to complete a pass. Like there was no chance of them incomplete. That's how I felt. Like I was like, oh man, if he's throwing this ball, it's gonna be completed to somebody. So and third down for like I feel like it was easy for them. It was just third down complete. Like there was no problem with it.
It wasn't no problem with it.
It was ridiculous.
He did it with ease.
It was ridiculous.
Ease. And I'm sitting here like, you guys weren't playing defense, but we knew the Chiefs didn't have defense.
Right.
We knew. So
and they still almost won it. It's crazy.
They did. But this goes on my next point. It went into overtime, obviously. And, my main thing I want to tell people is you have to use the same energy that you used the whole season. I feel like you guys were mad that Tom Brady and them drove down the field in that crappy defense, and they scored on them. But what were you guys expecting?
Right.
Like, what were you guys expecting? And you can't. I guess my main thing that I want to say is that you can't sit here and get upset that this happened when it's bound to happen every single time because it's Tom Brady against that defense. And they scored on his first drive, but you don't keep. I guess the main thing that I want to say is that if the Chiefs would have scored on the Patriots on the first drive, would that energy be the same? And I don't feel like it would have been.
Right.
I don't feel like it would have been. I don't think the energy would have been the same. I think everybody would have been like, oh, well, that's the rule. That's the rule. It is what it is.
All right.
It's not what it is.
Speaking of all that, overtime rules, how do you feel about the overtime rules? Like, how do you feel about that? Because do you feel like this should be the same as college where it's like each team gets a chance and all the like basically like the same rules as college. You know what I mean? Because I feel like those rules, man. I don't know.
I guess my main thing with it is like I feel like I don't mind the overtime rules, nor do I like the overtime rules though either.
Yeah.
Now, here's what I will say: if your defense can't stop a team or hold them to a field goal one time, then you're not a good defense.
Yeah.
You're not a good defense, and you honestly shouldn't. You should have more pride in that. But some offenses are just that high powered. Do I like the fact that they should go to a college that how college has it, but I feel like that'll make the game longer. But
Yeah. That's true.
they should. What I will say is they should have a chance to rebuttal. It should be if they scored the touchdown right,
Right.
they should have they should have that chance to come down the field and score a touchdown back, and the game just will keep going until that defense gets stopped that can stop them. So as far as the overtime rule, I'm not a big fan of it, but it's been the rule for a while now.
Yeah.
And I feel like if it was the other way around, the Patriots would have got beat. I don't think nobody would have had a problem with it at all.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Exactly.
But going off of this is going to be our last topic, too, guys. Let's get the Super Bowl predictions in. Who you got?
Man, I mean, I think everybody at this point wants the Rams to win. But man, Tom Brady, I don't know, man. It's hard to go against him. I mean, I like the Rams offense if they're actually like playing the way they can play. Defense sometimes it can't be a question, but I mean, I feel like if they can get to Brady, then you know it'll be okay. But again, I just feel like it's hard to go against Brady and Hogan and Edelman. I don't know. They just got too much. I feel like so. If I'm gonna play it safe, I'm gonna go ahead and just be honest. I think Patriots got it, so I'm not going to go against them because I mean, to me, I don't think the Rams can stop them enough. Same thing with the Chiefs. I mean, it's gonna be that same kind of scenario. They might be able to get him on a few stops and kind of keep it as like a shootout kind of game. But as far as in the end, I think Tom Brady's gonna go ahead and pull it together, just cement his legacy. I mean, even though it's already been submitted or already set in stone and everything like that. So I don't know. What about you?
So Tom Brady's the GOAT, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, no question.
And seeing Tom Brady lose two straight Super Bowls in a row, how unlikely does that sound?
Yeah.
So this game is tough for me to call, and the reason being is, yes, the Rams' defense is iffy at times, but they have the players to be a great defense.
Right.
And they have people that can actually guard their players. As far as Aqib Talib goes, Aqib Talib is still one of the best quarterbacks in the league, which is crazy because he's older now.
Right.
But, and here's the but, I just don't see Tom Brady losing.
Like I said, man, it's hard to. I mean, it's just hard to bet against him. It's hard. No matter how much you want to, it's just hard.
If really plays like he did last week, I don't
yeah. I that one.
Here's my pick on it, though.
You had to put money on it. If you had to put money on it, all right. So go ahead and pick.
Huh?
If you had to put money on it, who are you picking? Go ahead.
I bet against Tom Brady last year and I won. I said he was going to win.
Right.
I normally would never bet against Tom Brady. Yeah.
Right.
That man has 5 championship rings. And if I had to do it, would I do it again? I would. I'm going with the Rams.
You go with the Rams.
I think the Rams are going to go in there and they're going to win.
Man,
I think the Rams defense, I think they're getting this dub.
McVay, man, he's special. I mean, I think it's clear. Like,
he played against Julian Edelman. That's how young he is.
Yeah. And everybody else in the league trying to copy it now. I mean, you see the Cardinals got Kingsbury.
Yep.
He's a young coach. So I mean, everybody trying to copy the style, try to get just like him, but I don't know, man. He's a special coach for sure, but like you said,
Go
I mean,
with
all
the
right.
Rams.
I want them to win, like I said, but I mean, if I had to put money down, I gotta go with Brady.
I'm a risk taker. Jared Goff,
All
Jared Goff is getting that championship. Aaron Donald was the best defensive player in the league. He's gonna make an impact. They got old man and Dominican Sue over there that steps on people's chest. He had a big game against the Saints last week.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Rams.
All
You know what
right.
the deciding factor is going to be, though? It's as if the Rams going to be able to get a pass rush on the Patriots, offensive line. They have not allowed to sack this whole entire postseason, which is impressive. I love it. So are they going to be able to get pressure on them? Let's see. I'm going with the Rams, though. That is all I have today for you guys. We'll be back next week for sure.
Oh,
We're going to definitely be back with more topics for you guys next week. Appreciate you guys watching. Have a blessed one.